And we are live. At least I think we are live. I'm pretty sure we're live, actually. Yeah, we are live. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Jean Crump. I am an investigative journalist and I write for a website called ammoland.com. And joining me is the flying one, Flying Rich.
Crumpy!
Yes, Flying Rich with no video, but that's fine. Who cares?
Yeah, I'm cooking in the kitchen.
Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and what's going on with a bill. I got the article from AmmoLand. I will go ahead and put that in the comments. So if you want to read more about it, you can. But as we all know, the one big beautiful bill, which was the reconciliation bill, passed a while ago. And originally we wanted the NFA eliminated, but the parliamentarian had other ideas, and the Republicans were not willing to override
Flawless.
parliamentarian. So we got a $0 tax stamp. And some people say, hey, that is not good, but other people say that does set us up to win. Because, and this is a big one here, because there is a case called Sonsky versus the United States, and this is from the 1930s. And what the Supreme Court said in that case is that the $200 tax stamp, which is about $5,000 today, is constitutional because Congress had the power to make taxes under Article 1, Section 8 of the United States Constitution, and the registration and all the other fingerprinting and everything helps with the collection of that tax. Now that there's a $0 tax, meaning that there is no more tax because it's not a tax forbearance, it's a $0 tax, right? So they're not
Correct.
collecting any revenue. Any tax scheme has to have a revenue generating purpose. And since the elimination of the excise tax, there's no revenue generating purpose, which means that they cannot cite the tax provision as they did in Stonsky versus the United States, because that's the only reason why the NFA was upheld in that Supreme Court case is because the taxing part. But the taxing part is gone. So it renders the NFA obsolete because there's no need to have all the other stuff if there's no tax.
Yeah, but
So,
Crump, I hate to be like a stick in the spokes on that, but we live in bizarro world, and logic and reason do not work that way.
well, yep, that is correct. You are 100% correct. So, but let me just go ahead. I'm going to share this. So, a letter was sent out today by Andrew Clyde. I had a little advanced copy of it, so that's why my article was able to hit 3 minutes after the announcement. But it was signed by Andrew Clyde, Eric Burlington, Scott Perry, Andy Ogos, Ralph Northman, not Northrum, but Ralph Northman, Clay Higgins, Guy Reschenthaler, Richard Hudson, Mary Miller, Chip Rory, who's a pretty cool guy, Russ Future, Wes Hunt, Byron Donalds, who's a pretty cool guy, Ben Klein, who the Democrats in Virginia are trying to eliminate his seat, Jordan Venro. Jordan Venro sent me a whole freaking box of optics. Diana Harshbarger, Mark Harris, Barry Moore, Josh Breachin, John Rose, Michael Cloud, who's a pretty cool guy I met at SHOT Show, Earl Carter, Barry Loudermilk, Paul Gosser, who happens to be a dentist if you didn't know, Adrian Smith, Andy Harris, Austin Scott, Steve Self, Nicholas Bergwright, Rich McCormick, Lauren Bobart, from Colorado, and Rick Allen. And it was sent to the uh, DOJ, specifically Driscoll and Pam Bondi. So this is my article here, and it breaks it down to when the one big beautiful bill was signed on July 4th, 2025. It explains the history, and it explains why the NFA is. I'm going to mute you for a second. It explains why the NFA is obsolete now, and why Congress, those members of Congress, are asking the DOJ not to defend the multiple lawsuits against. I can't unmute you, Rich. You're gonna have to unmute yourself. Against the challenges. There's several different challenges. One by Gun Owners of America, which I will have to say GOA had a lot to do with this letter and this push by Congress to ask the ATF and DOJ not to defend the lawsuits. There's the one by FRAC, Palmetto State Armory, Silencer Shop in GOA, and there is another one by the American Suppressor Association.
Wait. Did you say Silencer Central?
Silencer Shop.
Oh, not Silencer Central.
No, not Silencer Shop. They're the ones.
I wonder why Silencer Central didn't sign that.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe people should Google that. But yeah. So we're gonna have to see what exactly happens, but we're gonna have to see exactly what the DOJ does in the ATF. Congress is under the legislative branch, and the DOJ and ATF falls under the executive branch. And the head of the executive branch is Trump. So we'll have to see if Trump gives marching orders, which he might. He's been pretty good on the Second Amendment during his second term. During his first term, he was terrible on the Second Amendment, but during his second term, he's been pretty good on it. So, call him out, the carrot and stick, right? Call them out when they do something bad, or reward them to do something good. So we're gonna have to see what exactly happens here. But as of right now, we have an ever evolving landscape of gun stuff going on. But yeah. Okay, Fat Gray Man. You can make an argument that this is the most this is the most pro Second Amendment administration this time around. During the first administration, no way, you cannot make that. But you could make the argument now. Am I saying that they are definitely 100% pro Second Amendment? No. I'm not saying that, because there has been no. Let me take that back. I guess if you go back to the founding era, you're going to find a lot of Second Amendment stuff, but that's like more pro. But in recent history, we've been getting more pro Second Amendment stuff in recent history than in a long time. So I will have to say that. And I'm not one to defend Trump, but his second term, he's been pretty damn pro Second Amendment. Matt Hoover, we'll talk. We can get to that a little bit later. Because you guys will probably be seeing Matt in less than a month. But
well, Matt, we'll talk about that when you're ready. So, question: the people that you listed. So it sounds like industry people and politicians. So both Senate and House.
No, just politicians. They're all like congressmen and women.
Oh, okay. So this isn't a law. This isn't a what do they call it when it's not a law?
I called it like if you read what I wrote in a strongly worded letter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a resolution was the other thing I was
No,
thinking
this
of.
is not a
Yeah,
resolution. It's a letter from Congress.
so these can be one of how often does a strongly worded letter from Congress get traction?
Quite a bit actually.
Really?
Yeah, quite a bit. More than what you would think. You would think that these congressional letters just go in the waste bin, but a lot of these guys don't want to be called to the carpet because you got to remember Congress has oversight and they don't want to be being ripped to pieces by both sides.
Hmm. Okay.
So they do have power.
Oh, all right. Because that was my concern. Is that this is are they fundraising? They're looking for me to throw money at them because they leaned in the right direction accidentally.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they do have these letters do have power and they do usually get a response. Not all the time, but more than if we did a campaign and got like 1 million people to write in. These Congress critters that put their name on this, they actually have a better chance of getting the ball rolling. Now, whether they're doing that to get votes or not, maybe, but it is effective.
Well,
Uh,
it's not
not
currently
100%.
vote getting season.
Yeah, not 100% of the time, but it is effective of getting of getting motion. And you got to remember, these people that they're writing to are all appointed, right? And they want to have future appointments to other positions. So they do. And strongly worded letters have worked in the past. I will give you an example of one. The uh, the ammo ban during the Obama administration when they tried to ban a bunch of different calibers of ammunition.
Now, was
That
that import or was
import,
that just ban?
no
Okay.
import ban. It worked there. The original pistol brace rule, not the second time around, but the first time, a strongly worded letter worked at that point too.
And now, was that under Doodlebug's ATF?
Yes. So they have worked in the past. The reclassification of the honey badger, strongly worded letter worked there too. So, I
Okay.
mean, it does work. I mean, if you and I and everyone out there wrote a letter, it probably would get zero traction. But like I said, these are the guys that control the purse strings.
Oh,
And if you
it get traction with the FBI office following me up as a LARPer and somebody sending nasty letters.
yes. So, so here's the thing, right? It will I mean, it will or won't work. I'm not saying 100% this is gonna work. I'm not even confident that this will work, but it does show a willingness of people in Congress to step up. There is a little sausage making that we have to talk about. Uh, Stuff like this, it usually doesn't work on the first go around, but what it does, it brings awareness to it. And the more awareness it brings to it, the more it changes. So every time that you do this, you get a little bit more support, a little bit more, a little bit more, and a little bit more. That's why when bills are introduced, they hardly ever pass the first time. So this is what happens. I mean, zeroing out the, the the tax stamp. I mean, that took years and years and years. I mean, they've been trying to do that since 2015, and it took 10 years, but finally it went through and the tax stamp got zeroed out, which is setting us up for the legal battles that we're having now.
Okay, so I'm going to roll back to when we did the big beautiful bill, which was a budget reconciliation, which the the mechanics behind that, which totally infuriated me. As I said over and over, while we're watching that sausage get made, it's going to be like Lucy and the football. They're going to pull the football from us, and they did.
They
And
did. They
the
did all from us, but they also gave us a venue to attack it through the courts.
Agreed. All right. So now here's my beef. What was the political capital that they preserved or did not lose by not by saying "f you" to the parliamentarian? We're going to do what we want anyhow. It's not advise and consent. It's just advise. There were multiple processes where we could have sidestepped the parliamentarians' rule. There were like at least two or three different paths we could have taken to bypass that. What
Well,
did they preserve politically?
a backroom dealing saying with the Democrats saying we won't use that in the future.
Okay.
If you sidestep it, we're going to sidestep the parliamentarian every time, even though they have did that in the past.
Oh, so they pinky promised, not to shut the government down or something like that. I got you. Okay.
That would be my guess. That would be my guess. But yeah. So we'll see. This also only applies, and I want to get this out of the way. It only applies to short-barreled rifles, short-barreled shotguns, and AOWs. It does not apply to destructive devices and machine guns because there's still a tax stamp on those. So the attacking of those is not. And suppressors too. It does work on suppressors because destructive devices and machine guns still have a tax stamp. They can still cite the like I think it's like 1938 case.
Okay. So right now, if I 3D print a can, I got to pay the $200 tax. January 1st, if I 3D print a can, I don't have to pay the $200 tax. I still have to do the paperwork.
You still have to do the paperwork, correct?
So hopefully we'll get certain items removed from the NFA that I can just 3D print a can and I don't have to do a mommy may I.
Yeah, what the DOJ and ATF can do is enter in what's called a consent decree. A consent decree says, okay, we agree with you. We agree that we're going to lose this and we're going to enter into an agreement with you guys and we're going to give you guys a win.
Now, is there a 6-3 Supreme Court decision that this is going to be based on?
Well, I guess you can say Bruin.
Okay.
I guess you can say.
Or what was the historic 1930 case where you said it's a tax? Was that a 6-3 Supreme Court decision?
That I do not believe it was a 6-3 Supreme Court decision. I can't remember exactly what the.
Because in 6 months, I'm going to write a script for another YouTube channel.
Oh my goodness. I can't remember exactly what it was. I believe it was close. It was almost unanimous, if not one. It was almost unanimous. It wasn't a close case.
Well, okay then. So, any Florida news? Or are we done with this topic? Because I got two topics.
I don't know what I can say about Florida news.
So no official news in Florida yet.
No official news in Florida yet.
Oh well. And can we talk about Matt Hoover?
Yeah, I guess we can do that.
So a couple of days ago. Oh, I'm sorry. Go.
I talked to Matt last week, and when I talked to him last week, I was driving on the 5, which are out in California. And we talked about how he had 28 days left.
Oh, okay. He called me the same day then.
Yeah. So
Matt's pretty excited. He is stoked, and apparently he is prison ripped. So
U.S.
and he said there's a party at his house as soon as he gets out. No, he didn't say that.
U.S. versus Miller in 1939. That's a different case that dealt with uh, sawed-off shotguns, short barrel shotguns, where they said that they don't enjoy Second Amendment protection because they don't have any military use. That's a little bit different case than Sozinski.
So there's a bunch of fun decisions that kind of contradict, and it's like, oh, sporting purposes or military use, and it's like it, each gets to deny or prove a class of weapons.
Yeah. Sozinski was 1937, I believe. Miller's 1939.
And was that a 6-3 Supreme Court decision?
I don't think either one of them was.
Oh,
So yeah, so I don't think either one of them was. But yeah, that's a different case. But yeah, just getting back to Matt Hoover for a second. So Matt will be coming back, and there will be a live stream. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna break the internet.
so now here's the other interesting thing is that YouTube punished Matt's family by removing monetization from their YouTube channel, and
Well,
so if
he's gonna live stream with his like on his wife's channel.
okay, so
Oh,
now
when he comes back, that's so when he does come back, the live stream will be on his
on
wife's
Erica's channel.
and Erica's channel. Yeah.
So now is her channel monetized yet?
I don't know.
Hmm. Okay. So now that Matt's out of, or soon to be out of jail, he should be home for Christmas, all that bit.
He'll be in a halfway house.
He's going to be in a halfway house to get him back on his feet, so he could eventually find a place to live and maybe a job. Oh wait, no, he already has that. But he will his YouTube channel be remonetized since he's out of jail?
I don't know. I doubt it.
So that channel's dead.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know. He's gonna try it, but we'll see what happens.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
So any chance Matt's getting a pardon?
uh, I don't know.
That means Crump knows. When Crump says, I don't know that quick, that means he knows something.
Whatever. We might hear back from his appeals soon. So
Uh-huh. That would
that's
be
a good.
cool.
I mean, it's taking time, which is usually a good thing.
So Matt LaRossiere filed the appeal. Was Tate's appeal submitted after Matt's appeal?
Yeah, it was argued 2 days after.
Okay, and Tate's came back, I think, a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
if I recall correctly.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, that didn't come back the way we wanted it, but we'll continue to fight.
Amen, brother.
But with that, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Just wanted to let you guys know what is going on in the world of whatever. Oh, Ed Bender. Did that there was thought I saw a it didn't. It automatically tags it, but I don't know. There was someone who channel member. Oh, there it is. Kurt 24 member for 44 months.
Oh, cool.
That's
Kurt, the man.
uh this weekend. I'll be in Portland.
Now, who are you going to be hanging out with there?
I think I'm gonna meet up with a couple of dark people.
So Drew from Oregon, is that?
No, I wasn't Drew from Oregon. Santi Miss said I shouldn't be able to meet up with you shortly after the first of the year, probably in February. Uh, I'll be in your neighborhood. I don't know. Like some people, I don't know.
Well, cool.
But Yeah, there's some people out there. But if you're in Portland, Vancouver, Washington area,
Didn't want to buy John lunch.
Seaside, no, you don't have to buy me lunch. I got that. I mean, someone else is paying for all my meals since my day job. But I'll be out there, floating around, be mostly between Pacific Northwest at the end of the year, but then mostly California, maybe Arizona a little bit next year. And in the spring, I'll be up in Alaska for a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But there you go. Jova Q, Jova Q. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, actually, I want to say hi to Tyvin. I was going to give him a call today. I didn't know if he was working or not.
I'm sorry, Matt Knox. Sorry about your back issues. But yep, we are going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. There's some big stuff afoot that I can't talk about quite yet, but just stay tuned. Stay tuned because there's going to be some breaking news, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that has the information right now.
Dang, I don't even know.
Actually, you have the information too.
Oh, then I do know.
We're the only ones that have the information.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much Thank you so much. It's on the list, Walter. They're going down. I got the other stuff, right? So it's on the list. I can't control what order they go on that list, but they're going down the list. Oh,
cool.
That's all Walter knows what I'm talking about.
So I have to call Walter to find out the details.
I think you know about that too. The list that I handed over to certain people.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't control what order they do it in. It just depends on how easy it is for them to do it. So
and actually, I have an animated video coming out about Walter's plight about the SHTF 50.
Yeah.
Once I get the voiceover done by somebody.
DLD?
Yes.
Yeah. DLT is now a senior vice president of Black Swan Media Group.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Well, cool.
But yeah, just give him a little bit of promotion. But yep, we are gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and with that, we are done. We'll see you hopefully this week. We'll get the other stuff. But I do have an interesting story that I'm going to do tomorrow about a certain gun detecting stuff that keeps on getting stuff wrong and has never detected a firearm whatsoever. And there was a SWAT raid at his school because the AI detected a firearm and it turned out to be a bag of Doritos.
Bag of Doritos. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, it thought it was a Glock.
Mm-hmm. Not guac, but Glock. Okay.
Yeah, not Glock. So that's kind of interesting. All right, stay safe out there, and always watch your back, because you never know when you're going to need that thing that you carry every day. And with that, we're out of here.